Hello everybody, this is Tommy and welcome back to my last physics explainer video, I guess. I know in the video like 2 videos ago I said that would be the last one, but this is gonna be my real last one. And this one asked, how's physics 40B been for you? And there's some suggested points. I guess I could just talk about every aspect of the class. Um, One of the aspects that I found was pretty helpful sometimes was the Slack. It's nice to just ask your other classmates some questions, especially if you don't know too many people in the class. It's just nice to just have a form where you could just ask people. Mastering physics, it's always a bit of a pain, but at least for this class, it was you had like 10 tries and the hints were free and you didn't lose credit for making a try, which honestly I really disagree with when some teachers do it. I really think that homework should be practice. So if mastering physics is going to be staying in the next iteration of the class, I would honestly like it like this where you don't lose credit for each attempt. um as for the lectures, they are fine. It's nice to watch lectures on your own time sometimes, especially when we're in quarantine. When we go back to normal in-person teaching, I'm not quite sure, cause I'm not too sure about that, cause yeah, I guess you could do it. Yeah, never mind. I guess it would be fine even if it was in person. Uh, what the actual lecture time would be used for, I'm not too sure. Maybe just keep it like this and have it in office hours. Um, some aspects of the course, I really like the explainer videos. It's it's like instead of taking exams, it's really just instead of worrying about your grade, you're more worried about whether you appear knowledgeable on the subject in front of your peers, and peer pressure can be, uh, a force that that motivates you to study so that you don't look like an idiot not knowing what you're talking about in your explainer video. So it's it's just a different motivation to study, I would say. um some some complaints that I have about it though is that sometimes when I'm getting the reviews for my explainer videos, I just see like 1 or 2 points taken off there, and then the person the feedback just doesn't tell me like why. They sometimes they'll just say that your video is very very clear and I liked it, and then it's just like, but why did you take off those points? So I would like it if it was a requirement to make people explain like why they take points off in certain areas, because for me personally, when I'm grading, if I don't have a problem with a video on a certain category, I feel like that you should get full credit. I don't know, that's just how I graded it. It might not be the exact right way or maybe the way that the professor has in mind, but that's just the way I look at it. um Other than that, any other things that I want to talk about? Any other aspects of this course? An aspect that I thought was pretty interesting is the interview. I guess that kind of, or the interviews that kind of make up for our tests. As for those, it's kind of, I don't know. Well, keep in mind when I'm giving my opinion on this, I've only had the interview with the professor, and I didn't get to have an interview with my TA because didn't, I misread the time, I guess. So that's also the reason why I'm doing this video. So I can only speak knowing about one of the interviews that I was supposed to do, and it was pretty alright so far. It was pretty interesting. You could give feedback to the class, which is also what I'm doing now, I guess, and you can also just discuss, uh, physics with your professor, and it's actually kind of nice to just talk with your professor a little bit about the subject that you're learning. Uh, and yeah, other than that, labs have been pretty good too. Um, I'm not sure about the other TAs, but our TA allowed us to just turn in the lab report on the next day if we weren't able to finish by the allotted lab time, which is nice because sometimes it kind of sucks when you run out of time in a physics lab. Maybe like something went wrong with your like software or something, and in a normal in-person setting that would probably just mean that you get a low score on that lab. So it's kind of nice that we just get that extra flexibility, although I'm not sure how that would translate to next quarter if next quarter is online. And other than those points, am I missing anything else? Let's see, I've gone over the interview, Slack, mastering physics. No, other than that, that's pretty much my opinion on most, if not every aspect of this course. Thank you very much, Professor.